All right. So, Sam, would you like me to explain what is going on in Syria?
Yeah.
All right. Mom, in Syria right now, the government is using chemical weapons against their own people, but yet claim that they have no evidence that they did it. The Russian president, Vladimir Putin, Mr. Putin, he says that it's, I'm going to get this out. Vladimir Putin? It's Putin. He says, believe it was used not by the Syrian army, but by opposition, critics, rebels, forces, to provoke intervention by their powerful foreign friends. So, there is confusion on who started it on their side, because they think that the government and their army is good. But our belief, because we have a group there that's there to protect human rights.
The UN, right?
No. It's a UN group.
Yeah,
No, it's a non-governmental group. I don't know what
it's a non-governmental?
I think. Yeah, it's non...
I know we do have UN in there, though.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's like an NGVO or something.
Oh.
Or NGO.
Oh, yeah.
And they're there, and they have, like, records of bombings that happened in 2 certain neighborhoods that were the religion of... I don't know, it's between the Sunni and the Shiites, so it's the religion that they're against, and they have recorded those. And so that's why they think that we should act in Syria. Sam, do you think we should or not?
I don't think we should act in Syria. I think we should just act around in the countries that have our backs. What is it called when they have our backs? Like
Allies?
Allies, yes. We should just protect those countries and not really Syria, because they don't help us. Why would we help them and their people?
Huh.
Yes. I don't think we have any business being in Syria. I think that we should support the nations that support us, but I don't think it is I don't think it's right for the U.S. to be the ones to jump in and bail places out.
Yeah, just because we have a good army doesn't mean they should rely on us.
Correct.
Exactly, and that's actually in President Obama's speech. He says that the U.S. should not be the world's police. Like, we
Correct.
should not be, but yet he's the one who says we should. Yet we're not the police. We should still do what's right. But
Correct.
But
and he also
his speech first, he said in his speech that at first we should launch these punitive missiles there on Syria, which doesn't make sense because that's going against, we shouldn't be the world heroes when that states he's trying to be the hero by helping Syria out, by sending these missiles in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know, but he says in his speech that the U.S. What is it?
Well, your first mistake is believing anything President Obama says.
I'm not believing. I'm just saying what is in this little.
President Obama.
Well, I don't think it's
Wait, where's
lies about Syria.
Oh wait, no. Wait. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, in his speech, this is what he states. He says,
Correct.
I determine.
But I'm sure Hitler also gave a few great speeches.
Yeah,
He actually
had people
did.
He
swaying.
did. He had great
Okay,
speeches. So
keep this on topic. He says the national security interest of the United States to respond to the Assad's government use of chemical weapons to target military strike. So our national security would be at stake if we don't, because, as Vladimir Putin, or is this Al-Assad? I don't know.
no.
Oh, no, this is Al-Assad. This war is going to support Al-Qaeda and the same people who killed, well, the U.S. in 9/11. So
That's true. I mean, that's where it all happened.
So
I don't trust a word President Obama says about Syria. He claims that he has proof that it was government ties. I'm not necessarily sure, in my opinion, that I believe either story. I know something happened. I know chemical weapons were used. And I don't think that we are getting the whole story, so I don't feel that the United States should be the country to go in and bail them out and cause, it could potentially cause a conflict for the U.S. We're just getting out of one war.
Yeah.
We don't need to jump into another when our economy is the way it is and our country is the way it is. We need more evidence and more proof before we jump in over our heads, in my
I
opinion.
know, didn't he send his troops that were in Syria and stuff back, though?
Yeah, it's recalling your ambassadors.
Yeah, didn't he do that, though?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a way, I guess we are...
I don't think that the troops were recalled. I think he recalled his goodwill his ambassadors
Yes.
and those
The
people.
people
Those
who
are not
live in their
the
south?
military that he recalled. He
Yes.
recalled people out of there.
That is exactly what happened. I agree with that too. I'm just
See, don't we have non-government things in there, right? Those groups helping them? Can't we recall those people, but
yeah,
take
but
those out too, or do they just want to stay there?
well, the government
Humanitarian.
can't say anything to
To
a
them.
non-government organization.
They can make suggestions for people to leave,
Yes.
and they can. I think they were helping people who wanted to leave
Mhm.
Syria.
Yeah, wasn't it? How many people fled? Over a million. So many million have already fled.
Yeah. They're fleeing.
They're fleeing there.
Yes.
Hiccups.
And then, so the Russian president said military use would increase violence and create a new wave of terrorism, which would
Yes.
occur because now people would look at us as the bad guys for getting involved in their situation.
Correct, and that's what I was stating.
Yes,
Is
that's-
that you're right?
I was
That
bad on Lucy, Dad.
Shh, Lucy.
Yeah, do you have lovely words for this combo? No.
All right.
It's a no.
Okay.
The war in Syria is. There's always going to be a war somewhere. Someone is always going to be doing something.
There's no
And
such
if the
thing as
US
monkeys.
If the U.S. is constantly entering without regards to what's going on in our own backyard, then when there's a problem in our own backyard, we may not be able to bail ourselves out, is my opinion. And that they need to focus more on what's going on in the U.S., here with us, and with our allies, before they jump into something else that's not of our concern, which could potentially cause more conflict. And it could alienate, in my opinion, again, it could alienate some of our allies. So.
Most likely would.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my belief is that everyone should be able to feel safe in their own country, but two sites, according to Obama's speech, were contested areas where the government of Assad could not provide adequate security. So wouldn't that just go against what our beliefs are and stuff? So is that why we're helping them? Because they're not safe. They have little security there. And that's what we're for. So is that one of the reasons why we're going there? Is
Well,
to
we're
give
not
them safety?
going there because we're never going to get approval from the Security Council because of the veto power they have. So, because Russia and China are both in there. And
the
so,
UN.
Yeah, in the Security Council, which is
Yes.
France, U.S., China, Russia, was it Italy? Not Italy, I don't know what are the other ones. But China and France are always going to back up Syria because they have that ally and they would put them in economic distress if those people weren't buying like their weapons or their stuff and trading with them. So we're never going to get approval from the United Nations to go in there. So
Didn't they agree in one of their speeches though that they'll stop using chemical weapons though? But
Yeah.
wasn't that proven wrong? Hey, Brad.
We're doing a video for social
We're doing a
It's
Syria.
been 10 minutes.
I don't
No,
think so.
we have to keep going.
What are you doing?
It's a video.
A Syria video.
Yes.
Yeah. So in one of their, which one is this? Oren Dorel, USA.
Hello.
Oh
That's my
gosh,
brother.
this is gonna.
I deliver pizza.
Yeah, she does. This is gonna be great time here, guys.
Anyways, so back to this. So according to Oren Dorel's, what he wrote, the Syrian people canceled. Hold on. Oh yeah, they agreed that they were going to stop buying and using chemical weapons, but since we have proof that they did it, isn't that breaking a worldwide law? And couldn't that be penalized in a certain way?
Yes, but then we also broke that law too once. They were like, you guys used chemical weapons before too, and you guys didn't get, attacked.
But
So
do we
they're
use
like,
it
we
against our own
can-
people?
No, we do
Against
not.
humanitarian
No, but
rights?
it's like a law to not even use any chemical weapons. And
Right.
so even using them in any
But I think the
circumstances-
main thing is that the Syrian government is saying that they didn't use them against their people, that it was rebels, that it was someone else, even though there's conflicting reports saying it was the Syrian government that used chemical weapons and not the rebels. So it's a conflict as to who, what, where, when, and why. And until we have the answers to the W questions, we really shouldn't,
It's
interfere.
against our economic status right now to do anything with, like you said, we just got out of war. Why do we need to start any of this? So my belief is that we do not need to get involved.
Correct. That's my opinion also.
Yeah, because he stated that a limited strike will send a message to Assad, and that will deliver the message easily if you just do a little strike on certain things like our military, that'll get the message across, and he'll eventually hopefully stop going against these humanitarian rights because he's going to need us in our, I don't know, it's just what it said in his speech, Obama's.
But one little strike is going to lead into a lot more. Then you're going to get all their allies and then all of our allies, and it's just going to
But
be a
thanks
mess.
for putting that in the video.
It is. Who knows?
All right.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to interview me on this topic so that I could tell you all how much I dislike President Obama.
Oh, you're welcome. I bet
Thank you very much for listening to me and my rants on how awful President Obama is.
Yes, you can tell. what
Order from
part-
Wise Guys.
Shut up.